Yeah, they're not, it's not a scam. That's a legitimate survey from me. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, it is 10:04. I'll call the meeting to order. Are there any adjustments to the agenda?
No adjustments,
No
no public.
public? We ended up having a quick meeting on the 5th to approve a bill. Um, I'll move that we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Financial report review.
Yeah, we're about 50% through the year and we're at 51.31.
Hmm.
So
That's good.
these are, yeah, right on target.
Envelopes are expensive.
Envelopes are
Holy smokies.
expenses, yeah. Mhm.
And this is. Well, how come the assessor contract doesn't show?
Because there's nobody under contract for assessor, I'm an employee,
Oh,
so I'm in our salaries.
okay,
That's where Tom was.
okay. And we do half of your reappraisal fund and then do the other half on the second half
Yeah.
of the year.
Mhm.
Any questions, Jim? Oops, okay. NEMRIC invoice.
This is for the Marshall and Swift tables. That's the tables we use in the NIMRIC software. It's just a yearly invoice.
They would charge us so much per parcel.
Yes.
Okay. So we need to approve that.
So I'll make a motion to approve the NIMRIC invoice for $467.96.
Seconded.
Here. First and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any update on the reappraisal?
Nothing.
No news is good
No
news.
news is good news.
Okay, the PDR 4261-H.
Yes, so this form, I learned in a webinar with Chris from NEMRIC, that it's supposed to be signed. You're supposed to keep track of any, so there's the errors and admission certificate of any changes made to the as-built grand list after it's lodged. We had no errors and omissions this year, but you are supposed to have this homestead classification change only, and that's a change in anybody's classification of homestead. So that's this form. There were 8, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So they changed it from,
They went from non-homestead to homestead, means they probably filed their homestead declaration after the April 15th filing date, and it came in late, so that's so those are the 8 people, those are the spams, and they were changed to homestead. We just need to approve this and sign this, and then Corinne signs it, and it gets put with the as-built grand list in the bolt.
okay. So we should have a motion to.
So I would,
approve it?
yeah, yep,
I'll make a motion to approve the Form PDR-4261-H.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? And none, all those in favor say aye.
You're gonna pass it out, everyone, copy the sign.
Yep.
Oh, so this is the attached list that you have to send them.
Yep.
It's be the 12th today.
It is the 12th.
Look at that, I wrote 26.
Mm.
Okay, you're wrong.
So the equalization study,
So the equalization study, I have been through all of the sales. Whoops, I'm sorry, my pen is green. I don't know how I grabbed a green pen. Let me use blue for. Um. Yep, so the equalization study we have, and I've been through all of it and, everything that's on here should be on here. And there is one property that I found that is not on here from 2022, May of 2022. I'm not sure how it was missed last year. And I have a call, called and talked to Benton today about it, and it's a mobile home, unlanded mobile home from Bow and Arrow Park. And it, he's not sure, like you can see it in, because it's a paper PTTR tax return, and sometimes the paper PTTR tax returns get lost
oh,
and don't get to the state. This one is in the state. He can see it. It was there. So, he's not sure. And we went through all the reports, the excluded reports, and it's not there, and we can't, I mean, according to this, it's a legitimate sale, according to what the spreadsheet, and it resold in 2024, and that sale is on here to Boomhauer.
oh. I
And
didn't-
it sold for not much more than it did in 2022. It sold for $109,650 in 2022. In 2024, it sold for $120,000. So although this says sale price 115. So I don't know where that number came from, because according to our spreadsheet, it says 120. So he's looking into why it didn't get included. If he finds that it should be included, we have to go to the select board, ask for an appeal, so that does get included. So I wanted to get that to them, for their meeting next week, because you only have, I think as part of the packet is the results.
The certified final, is that the one?
Yeah, those are all the individual sales, and then you get the letter from the state with our new, stabilization study results on page 26 of the packet. That is our new CLA at 52.94%, and our COD is 20.02%. And this is the formal letter, and you have 30 days to appeal from the date, I think, of the letter.
And
But that has to go to the select board, has to ask for the appeal. So
oh,
they approve it. So we write a letter. We did it last year with another property that was missed on the study. So
and it talks about if it's over 20%, we're at 20.02.
so over 20, they would require us to have a reappraisal, which they've already acquired.
Mhm.
Yep. So
And if the CLA is Isn't there a number also on the CLA with the,
I think if it's below 80. But they changed that a couple years ago with this whole new legislative act around reappraisals. They no longer go by the CLA, they go by the COD.
oh, really?
But now they've mandated every 6 years anyway, so
Right,
by the time. I would suppose after 4 years, if your COD is above 20%, they would make you do a reappraisal.
well, and we were talking about how the CLA kind of matches what we've seen.
Yep. Mhm.
That properties are going for
Well, but yeah,
almost double.
double what they're being valued at, yep. So,
So, let's see, can you just go through these, let's see. This certified final, the
so they, this certified final. is Each sale
Page is that?
page
starts on page 8.
8.
So those are all the categories, R1, R2, mobile home unlanded, mobile home landed, our property counts by category. And then this is pretty much our 411 report. It's the value on the 411 for each of those categories. So it's totals by category. And then they apply the COD and the CLA to the equalized, education equalized value and the municipal value. And then on the next pages,
And our other category is lakefront.
lakefront, yep. Mhm.
Okay, then.
And
this-
yeah, this page. Certified final list value of contracts and exceptions. So these are any contracts we have or exemptions. And this current use. So this is like the second, if you look at the 411 reports, this part on the bottom, in the middle, that second section.
And so the current use CLA is 0.62.
Yes. And then the next pages break it down by category, each of the individual sales that are included in the study by category. So the first one is the R1,
Okay,
which is residential less than 6 acres, then it goes to R2. And those are the individual sales that have been included in the study, and the study are sales between 4/1/2022 and 3/31/2025. Those are the sales that are included.
also.
So it's a 3 years, 3
3
years,
years.
3 years of sales, yep. So these are the sales that took place during that time that were valid sales. So subdivisions aren't in here, you know, a butter sales, foreclosures, all those buyer verification, seller verification letters that you do if, you know, some of them had
Like the father to son.
father to son, yep, they're excluded, so they wouldn't be on here. All the furnishings, one of them had furnishings plus a sailboat, you know, in the price, so that was not included because that was not just a true.
Oh,
So that's where those verification letters come in. And it goes through mobile home landed, seasonal, less than 6 acres, commercial, miscellaneous, which is just vacant land, not lakefront. And then other is our lakefront. And then you have, commercial, and then, so that's what so I went through all of the sales and made sure they were valid sales. And if we were missing any, and we are missing that one then. Because we have so few sales, any, you know, missing one can make a difference,
mhm.
so. So this is the information that the state uses to calculate our CLA and COD.
So even though we have a lot of transactions, we don't have a lot of.
Sales, valid sales,
sales.
yeah, these are valid sales where. Yes. You know, so it doesn't include all the trusts that we have You know, when people putting something in trust where there was no dollars, those are all excluded. Life estates, all excluded. You know, estates,
That takes care of about half the activity.
it does,
Mhm.
yes. Which is why we have so few. Yes,
And then you end up with the.
The final,
equalization
yeah.
Study results.
Mhm. Yes.
So I don't remember what our CLA was, but it wasn't 52.
It was 60, I think it was
50 something.
62.
Yes, because there's something earlier. that said
Yeah.
52. And since we are complying and have our reappraisal that
Yep.
begin July 1st, 2027, we are in good shape with that.
Yes.
Okay, and then final as-billed values,
Yeah, is there?
January.
Oh, so that Nemrick to VT Pi upload summary, that has what, by January 15th of each year, you have to submit to the state your final as-built grand list. So you submit it in June or July by this, whatever the date is. And then there are the errors and omissions that you find, and you have till December 31st to any errors and omissions, any changes to that as-built, and then you have to file the final one in January, which is,
By January.
and there's no more changes after that. So that has been filed with the state, and those are the totals that were filed.
And is this more?
It should be what we had in June, because we didn't make any, where there were no errors and omissions, so there were no changes made. The only changes were the homestead declarations.
Okay,
So there, that should have been exactly the same as what we filed in June.
and then these are any changes.
Yeah, those are the assessment changes, but if you want to go through the rest of the,
Okay, status of work. Map changes and corrections. We are going to need to deal with CAI. Making sure that the maps that are shown on the website and what Benton calls front facing toward the public are the as-built grand list. Won't change until we go through the whole process as of April 1st. So we have some work to do on that. Up to date, I have 4 sales verification letters to send out. And if the upload is up to date, although we are gonna be going out
yeah,
soon.
soon.
BTTR entries are up to date.
Yeah,
Building
BTTR, building permits, there weren't any in the box this morning. They're all been, loaded into the spreadsheet, PTTRs. I don't think there's any more up in the box. They're all caught up.
Oh.
So,
Training update.
so yeah, I have the 102 class, the end of this month. The 4-day class and test. And then there was an email out from Christy saying that, you know, everybody's kind of anxious to get their training because you're supposed to be trained by, you know, January 1, 2026. But she said the schedule will be coming out. So they're working on it to get all your training.
Yeah, because we were waiting to take.
The anti-bias training,
anti-bias
yeah, till they got that straightened out. And then you guys will need to take the 100 course. The IAAO 100 course. So, but she said that would be coming, so.
So we will watch for it. I'm starting to make a list of sites that we need to get up-to-date pictures, and
Okay.
we want to make sure we're gonna go out to anything that's got a permit,
Yes.
and we'll start to go through street by street.
Street by street, yep. We're not in bad shape,
No,
because we've done some, we can look again and see what we could knock off, but those, I don't think we're in bad shape.
and I'm gonna make an effort when we go out on any parcel that has lakefront to take a picture of the lakefront when we,
Right
from the
there.
land, and then back it up with something from
The water.
the water, this next summer. So we have a good list. I am finding that there's new properties. There have been a couple errors in the pictures that were taken in 2014. I'm not sure we missed anything on the whole island, but it might not have the right property attached to it, but we're getting there.
Okay.
Assessment changes?
Yeah, here is, the highlighted copy
Oh, good.
of what has changed. And here are the reconciliation. So every time I make a change to the grand list, I put it in the reconciliation so I can balance it to the 411s, make sure that I'm not inactivating a parcel and then not adding it somewhere. So going down the assessment changes, the Chiari was I think just a transfer to a trust, change in title. The Levi Clark was a change from seasonal camp to dwelling. He had inquired about what he needed to do to get homestead status and be here year-round residential. And we had it listed as a seasonal camp. It has heat and a foundation and insulation, so we changed that to a dwelling because he is here part of the year. Corliss Family Revocable Trust was a change in title. Donahue transferred to a life estate. Patricia Eslin was the house on US Route 2, right on the corner of Paquette Lane,
Oh,
that had had an addition put on it and the new siding and two decks, a new deck out front, new deck out back, and a new shed. So that was the changes made to that.
didn't change it
It
much.
didn't change it much, but it's a mobile home.
Oh, right, that had an addition.
And it had decks on the front and the back, so, and it had a shed. It just kind of increased the square footage a little bit with the new decks, and the shed was just a little bit bigger, so it wasn't a huge change.
Oh, that's a, well,
I think so then we got Holly, is that the next one?
Mhm.
Cause I think my highlighter started to run out here. Transfer to a trust. And that was, they have two properties that abut each other that are contiguous, so we made the one inactive and added it to this one. They put them both in the trust, so now they're in the same name. They were in different names before. Let's see. Hugaboom, that was a family trust, that was transferred to a trust. Lake Champlain, Land Trust, that was a change in title. They went from to the land trust.
from the land trust to, what, yeah,
Yeah, where'd it go from? It went from. uh, One of them was Hen Island, no, Hen Island?
one was a, island.
Yeah,
Said before, I just looked at that this morning. Didn't change the,
no, there were no value changes. Oh, I could look at 2026 sales. I wonder, where is it? It went from the Nature Conservancy to the Land Trust. Yes, because they felt it was better suited under the Land Trust than the Nature Conservancy.
so it's one state organization and Lake Champlain Trust is a more local kind of thing.
Yes. I think
And
that's
that's
it.
it. Right. All right. How about review of the calendar?
I mean, it's pretty quiet this time of year. S- We have January, we filed the final 411. It just says check your PTTRs and permits. Equalization study we've done. Certify no appeals pending. That's for the next. And that goes on the select board agenda, so we'll do it at the February meeting. And then submit it to the select board for their February 2nd meeting.
We usually have a thing that says, some kind of notice that goes out that says, you know, the listers will be going out. As of something like February 1st, I'm wondering if we should just bump it up a little bit. I am gonna be going March 1st to March 14th.
Okay, so next week is Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, Monday?
Yep, the 19th, so we're closed.
Mhm.
The following week, I am
Oh, you're in the
taking
training.
training, so I'm in
Also,
that. Yep.
February 1st sounds,
So February 1st, so if you want me to put the post-it, well, we usually do front porch forum. Post it around
Yeah,
town,
yeah.
yep. Put it on the website. So we'll get that ready for February 1st, and then you're gonna be gone March
1st to the 14th, so we might wanna schedule some days
before.
in February to go out and
Okay,
take pictures.
so you won't be here on the 2nd.
Won't be here on March 2nd, but
Or 9th.
I could zoom in.
Oh,
I can take my laptop with me and
do you wanna do
join by
that?
Zoom. Sure. Unless there's, we don't have that much. Let's see what we have.
In February,
Yeah,
cause we may be able to go without. Tuesday's the election, the 3rd. Okay, so I will get those notice of inspections out.
what do you think about doing the thing that they suggested at the training that I went to this summer? Because they had some guy running around on a bicycle measuring houses in a town. And he suggested we have our photo with the police department in case anyone called to question who was
Oh,
this
letting the
person
police
and
department know?
why they on my property.
Oh, that's a good
You
idea.
can't put a big sign on the side of the car that.
You have to put it on and when we get
When we
out of the
get
car.
there.
It
It flies off.
We've lost them.
Yeah.
And we go
lost a
back and
couple.
look for them, we haven't
Yeah, I
found
know,
them.
it's crazy.
But the backside is white, so if it's in the snow or something, but still, yeah.
All right, let sheriff's department know.
I also wonder if we ought to have some, I kept my name tag from that thing that we went to, the town.
The other thing we've talked about is leaving something, like a card or a
Yes.
note, like typing up on a piece of paper and sticking it in the door, like we were here, the assessors were here on this date,
Mhm.
you know, following up on building permit, whatever. That, so we could do that too. It's probably a good idea because with everybody with Ring cameras and seeing everything.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Okay, so the date of our next meeting will be February 2nd. And I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. And we adjourn at 10:33.
Okay, so we meet on Groundhog Day.
Uh,
Yes, we
We
do.
do.
Well,